Hello everyone, welcome to Coach's Corner. My name is Star and I'm a fourth year here at UCI and I'm majoring in psychology and social behavior, and I'm one of the coaches for the Counseling Center's Coach program. Today we'll be talking about how to make connections in college. Coming to college and being surrounded by hundreds and thousands of people can be very intimidating to a lot of us. With so many people around, how are we supposed to create meaningful relationships and friendships? And with the pressures of what college should be like, how do we manage those expectations? Fear no more, because we have some tips and tricks on how to make connecting in college a lot more fun and a little less stressful. Pro tip number 1, don't put too much pressure on yourself to get everything exactly right on the first time. Talking to people and finding ways to connect with them is a skill that takes a lot of practice. And maybe it's easier for you to connect with new people, but maybe it's not. And wherever you feel like you stand, it's okay. We all have time to learn and room to grow. Sometimes things will get tricky or even awkward, but just keep in mind that you can use those experiences to build skills for the next time. With this mindset, you can actually spend more time actually enjoying the connections you make rather than trying to get everything right. Pro tip number 2, start conversations by asking simple questions or comments that are easy to respond to. Whether it's asking how someone's day is going, or asking about lecture, or even just complimenting someone, simple conversation starters are a good way to go. Questions or comments like these might help you and the person you're talking to find common interests. Now from there, you can start doing this little thing called trading information. When you're having a good conversation with someone, you're probably going back and forth and sharing a little more each time. When you can start a conversation and find a common interest, you can start to share bits of information and get to know someone in a really casual way. Last but not least, pro tip number 3, always remember to be yourself. Becoming more social doesn't mean you have to become someone else. Like I mentioned before, everybody works at their own pace. And on top of that, everyone has their own style. And as you're making and trying to make these connections, pay attention to what you're comfortable with and what works best for you. You may find that you do things differently, and that's okay. Challenging yourself to grow is always good, but don't feel like you have to be someone you're not. Okay, so now we've gone through some tips and tricks on how to make connections. But how do we put them into practice? We have one simple challenge to get you going. Talk to someone new this week. Whether it's a classmate you sit next to or someone you've seen around but you haven't had the chance to talk to, try to spark up the conversation and get to know them a little better. And who knows, you might have a chance to make a new friend. And if not, it's okay. Just keep practicing, building those skills, making connections, and we're sure you'll see progress. And that's it for today's episode of Coach's Corner. Before we go, you can listen closely. In the background, we have Bruno Mars, Marry You. The reason I like this song is because it sparks up a lot of happiness and joy. It just makes you kind of like, just sit back, relax, and enjoy anything you're doing that day. And again, my name is Star, and I look forward to talking to you in class. Have a great day.